Welcome back to RC 101 with the Taoist Flyer. Tmart.com recently asked us to review this new 3-channel infrared airship. It's called the number 6045 Airship, and it's the first thing that we've reviewed for Tmart.com. They sell it for $31.97 with free shipping, and it's definitely one of a kind. The most obvious thing about it is the blimp-shaped cage that protects the aircraft. It's made of a very strong and springy plastic, and it does a great job of protecting the rotors. It also helps the aircraft flip back over when it lands on its back. The airship flies using 4 rotors. It has 2 on the front and 2 on the back. The top rotors spin in one direction and the bottom rotors spin in the other direction to cancel out torque. Forward reverse motion is controlled by speeding up or slowing down the front or rear rotors, and turns are accomplished by speeding up or slowing down the top or bottom rotors. It's a lot like the Syma Chinook, but the rotors are much smaller, so they spin much faster. The box says the aircraft is double gyro stabilized, and there's a small circuit board that looks like it could be a gyro, but it's not like the normal piezoelectric gyros we usually see on RC aircraft. Another really nice feature is the removable 3.7 volt 500 milliamp battery. It's bigger than most 3.7 volt batteries, so it takes about 45 minutes to charge, but you can recharge 2 at once with the supplied USB charger. You can plug the USB cable into a computer, or you can just plug it into a wall adapter like the ones that come with most cell phones. The most important thing about flying this aircraft is trimming the forward reverse motion. Usually, it'll want to speed forward on its own as soon as you launch it the first time, and it can catch you a little off guard. You'll want to use the dial on the upper left-hand side of the transmitter to change the forward-reverse motion until it hovers. You can also slide the battery back and forth to change the trim. After you adjust the forward-reverse trim, you can use the other dial on the right-hand side to adjust the spin trim. The aircraft can fly very smooth and steady once it's trimmed. It really does look like a blimp because of the slow and steady way it moves. First-time pilots might have some trouble with it even though it's a 3-channel aircraft. It does take a little skill to fly. The rotors are fast and it has some flight characteristics that the pilot needs to be aware of. For example, you don't want to turn 180 degrees when you're flying at top speed, or it might get a little unstable. When you want to make a 180-degree turn, it's a good idea to get the aircraft into a hover. It also sometimes helps to trim it so that it moves forward on its own slowly. It makes forward flight a little more consistent. Honestly, I really enjoyed flying this aircraft. The cage does a great job protecting the rotor so you can easily hit walls and fly close to things without worrying about breaking anything. I was able to fly it through the loop of death pretty easily, and I think it looks great in the air. The only fragile part on the aircraft is the balance bar plastic and weights. I decided to glue the weights on after one flew off during a crash. Other than that, it's a very sturdy aircraft. You can use the included screwdriver to replace the rotors and the flybar if they ever become damaged, but the aircraft doesn't come with any spare parts, so you'll need to get those separately. Honestly, I've really enjoyed testing this aircraft. It's a lot smaller than I expected, and the cage is a lot stronger than it looks. It takes some skill to fly, but intermediate and advanced pilots will really enjoy it, and it's a great conversational piece to have on display. You can pick up the number 6045 Airship from tmart.com for only $31.97 with free shipping. It flies for about 7 to 9 minutes, it charges in about 40 minutes, and you can switch out batteries for longer flights. It's an intriguing aircraft, and it's definitely worth checking out. Thanks for watching RC 101 with the Taoist Flyer. Subscribe and stay tuned for more.